Yo, 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 welcome back to Crypto Moonshots. So happy to have you guys here. Thanks for all the support, man, for all the comments and subscribers and likes. I really appreciate it. It motivates me to push out more videos so we can all make them gains, baby. Alright, man, today I'm going to be talking about why I'm so bullish on Harmony One, right? So, let's start with a little bit of technical analysis and then we'll get into the events that are coming up and the major event they're having, right? So, basically, if we look at the if we zoom out, right, like you always whenever you're doing technical analysis and doing graphs and stuff, I always encourage you guys to zoom out, right? Because when you're when you're in the trenches and you're looking at like I feel like a lot of beginners, including myself, you're like looking at these 15-minute intervals, right? No. Zoom out, look at the daily candles if you want to, right? Look at the weekly candles, right? That gives us a bigger picture of what's going on, right? So if we look at the daily candles, right, almost every candle is blue, which means blue is, I change the colors, blue is green, right? Blue is bullish, right? Like if we look at, like, yes, we did have a drop off here in August of 2020, right? That's what, 9 months ago. The last, you know, the last few months, every candle that's closed on the weekly has been bullish. Almost every candle except that one right there, right? Almost every candle has been bullish on the daily, right? If we look at 12 hour, right? Okay. If we look at so let's get back to the 4 hours. So yeah, I always encourage you guys to, man, to zoom out, right? If you zoom out, you get to see the bigger picture, right? So let me just, yeah, there we go. Okay. So I drew a quick trend line just to show you guys that what the trajectory of Harmony One is, right? For the medium term to long term, right? And if we draw a quick triangle, right? If we take the swing low of this candle right here, right? And we, sorry guys, my bad. So let me do that again. So if we take the swing low of this right here, right? And then we include this wick right here, we include that in our triangle, right? And we draw the trajectory, right? And obviously everything has to be within this triangle, right? For the short term, right, it could possibly come down, right? But when you draw triangles on a 4 hour, you always want to draw it out, right? And as you can see, that's based on the triangle. This is where we're headed, right? This is where we're headed, right? It's just going up, right? Medium term to long term, right? Um, Again, this is for medium term to long term, so I'm talking two weeks to a month. I expect to see the price around, up maybe like maybe 50%, right? So around, two 2.6, right? 0.26. It's at 0.21 right now, right? So that's that, right? And then if we look at the 20-day moving average, right? If we look at the 20-day moving average, we held it as support for a while, right? We held it as support, right? Yeah, it went down a little bit right here, but still, right? That happens. We held it at support right there. Held it at support, right? Came back down, touched the moving average, almost, right? Bounced back. Again, it came down a little bit, but it's fine. We held it, held it. And then the past few days, it came down, right? Harmony One, my bag was, very negative, but obviously my philosophy is I'm never selling on a negative. It doesn't matter, like, unless it's like an absolute, coin I don't believe in, and um those are things I don't invest in. So if I invest in something, I'm either bullish for the short term. If it goes down short term, then I'm gonna be bullish on it long term or medium term, right? I'm not gonna invest in anything that is gonna go down to zero in this bull cycle, right? Again, we're in a bull cycle, we're in a bull run with Bitcoin, so there's a chance it's gonna go up if it has a good standing, right? So touched the 20-day moving average, right? It came back down. That was a bearish sign, right? As you can see, the RSI too decreased, right? It's always maintained being up here, right? Unless you go back, way back, right? It's always maintained being close to here, right? Again, we're getting close to, if you're doing short-term trading, you want to look at this RSI, right? What comes up must go down, right? So I'd wait a little bit still, because right now it's up around 13%, right? So you guys gotta get into, like, you guys gotta understand the psychology of trading. When people see green, when people see something that has a good percentage of it going up, right? People are gonna start buying, right? Because they're like, they don't want to miss out. FOMO, right? But we as traders who understand technical analysis have to understand that, right? So if I was day trading this, I'd wait a little bit, because if we look at the historical data, right? Sure, right here went back down, right? But if you look most of it, a lot of people hype buy into this coin, right? This is, if you can see the volume too, these are the FOMO buyers right here, right? These are the people that are buying right here, right? And we don't want to do that. We want to buy at the bottom, right? So if you're buying Harmony 1, if you're looking to buy, don't buy right now. Don't buy right now. Wait for it. Wait maybe a day or two. It's going to come down, right? It's going to come down because it's going to be overbought, right? People are panic buying right now, FOMO buying. And then once these people that bought down here, right, they've already made, they've already made around 20%, right? And that's what CoinGecko tells us as well, right? In the past 7 days, it's gone up 70%. So don't buy right now. I say wait a little bit. Wait for it to come down a little bit, because right now it's just gonna go up and up, right? So right now is not a good. A lot of YouTubers are like, try to get you to FOMO buy, but I'm trying to set myself apart and be real with you guys. Don't, in my opinion, this is not financial advice. I think it's gonna come down before it goes back up, right? The over, if you're like, if you just want to get it, if you want to just buy it and get it over with, and you don't want to really look at it, 110% buy it, because look at that trajectory, right? The triangle we drew earlier. But with that being said, technical analysis is cool and all, but we got to look at the news, right? We got to look at the news. And if we come to CoinMarketCap, right, which is a website all of you should be using, you can, whenever you're investing in a coin, just come right here and search it up, right? It could be like we were looking at Bpro earlier, or we can look at, like we were, Harmony, right? You guys should always be looking at, and the reason it's been pumping, right, is because of this, right? They have an event on the 31st of March, and today is the 28th, right? Whoops. And that's why it's been pumping, right? That's why it's been pumping. Is it going to keep pumping? I don't know. Anything can happen, right? Anything can happen. But what goes up must come down. Never forget that. Nothing is ever going to keep going up and up and up. It can go up for a while, but it's eventually going to come down, right? But the reason it's been pumping is because of this, right? It's because of the 31st of March. They have Ethereum endpoints, right, with Web3, MetaMask during Q1 2020. Let's look at the source real quick. Oh, it's on a cross-chain finance adoption. Okay, I see. Okay. So they're developing it, integrating it more into the Ethereum network, right? Which hosts, Uniswap and stuff like that, right? And Uniswap is bearish because um, it pushed back its version 3, what's it called? Version 3 release, right? Yeah, it's been super bearish. But anyways, if you are looking at this long term, definite good buy opportunity. If you're looking at it short term, again, because of the event, technical analysis might not apply just because of the event coming up. But if you want to go just based off science and technical analysis, right now would not be like a great time to buy. But if you really believe that the 31st of March and what they're gonna do with the Ethereum endpoints is really gonna have an effect, then go ahead, buy it. Again, if you're thinking long term, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You could buy it down here, up here, right? Like if you're looking at it long term, like 1 or 2 or 3 months, like you'll be up. Like if we continue this trajectory, like you'll be up, 200-300%. You could 3 times your money, right? If you put 10K in there, it'll turn into 30K, right? So yeah, guys, that's all I wanted to talk about today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, man. I really appreciate it. Feel free to subscribe and like this video if you like this video. If you don't subscribe, it's all good. Yeah, man. Have a great one. Thank you.